Hello Space Crew, it's Winchester24 here with another VB vlog updating you on some of my generic pornography on the channel here. Hope you all enjoyed Dot Wave. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, I wasn't able to add in a visual to the audio, and it came out kind of short. So yeah, it's definitely my plan to add to the visual to add in the visual for session 6 after the hiatus. And segueing onto that, last word there, I'm going to have a short hiatus again for at least a week. I'm not sure if it's going to be any longer. The reason for it is to add a little bit of a break between things and add more of a transition between the bridge series. They're the main major videos that I do on the channel. And so normally I have a good gauge on time, but to be all honest, all I've done right now is download the clips. And that's it. And that being said, the next series is going to be shorter than Prime, though. So, it shouldn't take as long to finish. I have a hair sticking out. There we go. Anyway, and now while I'm on topic here, I hope you all enjoyed Metroid Prime Abridged. It was really fun to work on for the most part. I still can't help but think I could have, improved on some things, like the length, but I also didn't really want it to become a huge filler brick either, like the original one was, because all that was like filler episode after filler episode, and didn't really get anywhere. And the original Metroid Prime Abridged, though, is still up for viewing on the old channel. If you'd like to watch that, see, what I built off of. And I'm pretty positive that none of those are taken down or muted like YouTube decided to the early Zero Mission episodes. Well, it's actually like the later Zero Mission episodes that got muted because I used music from Bleach. I can't remember what song it was. I think it was Alone. I think that's the name of the song. I can't quite remember because I haven't seen Bleach in forever. And so that actually about does it for the updates this week. And since I'm doing this a little bit more organized, I actually have like a little list of it's kind of like a little script they laid out, so that way I wouldn't be repeating or pausing a whole lot more, and that way I can get around, having to really edit these a whole lot. All I need to do is add in a little bit of background music, and then I'll be good. So anyway, that about does it for the updates for this week. And this video, it is a tad smaller. It's about 3 minutes right now, and usually they're about 5 at this point. So that shows you how much I was able to cut out because of, this handy-dandy little thing, which I'm glad I kind of thought about that. And so I also, realized, I was thinking about it, and I call this a VB log, but I never actually really talk about anything else besides video updates for, my videos and stuff. And I thought that might be kind of boring to some people, so I just thought that I'd also add, some other stuff kind of going on in my life too. So, like for instance, last Saturday was my birthday and I turned 20. I'm an old man. That's old news, like almost a week ago, Jesus Christ. But I ended up getting Pikmin 3 that day. My mom got it for me. And I didn't play it on my birthday because I was doing a ton of other stuff that would be kind of lengthy to go into. I could recite my day, but that would take up, the majority of the video and everything, like I'm doing now, explaining it. So, anyway, moving on, I got the game on Saturday. I was super happy. I'm like, you're the best mom ever. She also got me some other stuff too. But anyway, got Pikmin 3, played it on Sunday for I don't know how many hours. I played it on Sunday, Monday, and then I finished it Tuesday morning before I went to work. And I was kind of like, oh. And it really was kind of it took me a while to realize that the final area was the final area. Like, there were some really clues, like, spoilers. Okay, so first of all, when you go there isn't any fruit on the radar, so there's no fruit in that area. 2, it's the final area where, and like I said, spoilers, if you don't want them, go away. You can click the back button, I won't be mad. But for that's where you save Olimar, and I'm just kind of like thinking, oh, well, you'll be doing stuff afterwards, and then, there's this giant blob thing, gold blob, and all the enemies, like, in this, like, final area, like, they turn into just, like, a blob. They don't even produce, or they don't even leave behind their dead bodies so that you can take back to the onion and get more Pikmin. And so that kind of made me a little bit weird, or that was like a little bit weird for a bit there. And third, the entire thing is a labyrinth, and it really tests your multitasking skills, just because, and it was all going on at once, and it was like timed, and I'm just like, holy crap, why would they do this to me, like, so early on? And, it wasn't early on, it was the end of the final place of the game, and it was supposed to take, a few days to get through there. Yeah. So that took me by surprise, and I was a little bit disappointed, because it ended so quickly. It took me about 10 hours to beat the main story, and then I went back there, and because I didn't play it anymore Tuesday, so Wednesday, and then yesterday, I beat it 100%. I got all the fruits. And with that, there's a slightly different ending. You have to kind of, just pay attention to the narration and everything. But it was so ambiguous in the new ending that I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck, really? And so yeah, you kind of alludes to Pikmin 4. I would kind of wish to see it as more so of like DLC, because actually Pikmin 4 would be really great. I want Pikmin 4 now. So anyway, I went on to GameFAQs and to look up other people's theories on like what happened, and one of them was like just put the Pikmin on the same creep level as fucking Cubey. And honestly, that just scares the shit out of me, because it could be very well be true. Because honestly, I could totally see that happening after watching Wadoka. And, the whole thing at the end, it's just like, oh, well, if that's what I think it is. And the way that, he just said, or was it? And you couldn't even play the game for some of these parts, but it's just like, yeah, it could be very well that the Pikmin, are being creepy little fuckers, and they could have been extinct for a reason, because it's Nintendo. They probably wouldn't do anything like that, but it's kind of fun and creepy, weird still to think about, them being anything more than cute, adorable little creatures. Because honestly, Pikmin, they lie from you right from the beginning. In the first game, you find the onion thing makes a seed, and then you're like, oh hey, it's a plant. You pull it out, and here just fucking walking around and being like, sup? Like, Jesus Christ, this thing just like sprouted arms and legs, and it like sees me as like some sort of god as I just throw it to its death. Anyway, so that was my experience with Pikmin 3. Also happens to be the first Pikmin game I've ever completed. I have the original 2 games, but I didn't get really far. Mostly because the first one was way stressful, and the second one kind of got boring after a while, because it's like, oh. But I'm actually now have an interest to kind of go back and play those more. And so if you're a fan of the series, or even if you're curious about it, I recommend picking it up. It's also good, you know, for new players to Pikmin. You know, it's a good way to get into the series. And I'd recommend picking it up. It is short though, so if you're looking for like a really long game, definitely not for you, because you're going to be a little bit disappointed with the length, because you're going to be able to complete it pretty fast. Anyway, either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and you stay tuned for my new videos once I am back from hiatus. So, anyway, TGIF, hope you have a great Friday, hope you have a great weekend, and like I said, stay tuned, follow me on Facebook or Tumblr, or you can, you know, also follow me on Twitter as well. And I will be giving you updates as I'm going through everything. So expect that. I might also leave updates on like the YouTube thing. I think I can like leave comments or something like that. I don't know. I haven't done it, but I'll keep you guys updated. So hope you enjoyed the video and hope you look forward to what's coming up next.